Excited to be with you on this Wednesday morning with Wednesday Wisdom. And as always, I'm in the car. I'm grateful to be in the car though, because I could be someone who didn't have a car. I could be someone who didn't have electricity, didn't have a phone, didn't have money, didn't have God in my life. I could be that person. I could be that person who is just so lost, but I'm not. So I thank God for who I am, where He's got me, where He has me, and everything going on in and around my life. I am excited to be with you guys on this Wednesday Wisdom morning because I got some wisdom for your life. You can apply it to business. You can apply it to ministry. You can apply it to life. Hey, it's totally up to you. But let's do some housekeeping first. We're at that 1 minute mark. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you are not following me on Haps, please do so. If you are not following me on YouTube, where this is also posted, please do so. If you are not following me on Bad Coach Dana page on Facebook, please do so, because where is this going? All of those places. Whew. Here's the wisdom. And I don't know how quick we're going to be. Let's just ride with it. Okay, let's just roll with it all right. Here's the wisdom. Your actions speak so much louder than your words. They're either going to say who and what you are by your actions. Today, I've got some lack of action that's speaking real loud to my soul, and I'm like, I'm okay. I'm good. And the reason why, and it may sound harsh, y'all, but please just, bear with me, because I'm not trying to be, offensive to anyone, but it may sound but I'm too. That puts me in a of action. Then that gives what I need to do. Either. What do I need to say to all of you about that? Let me tell you something. Your everything is so important. And we talk about this all the time about what God gave you and being obedient, and how obedience is better than sacrifice, and making sure that you're doing all that God gave you to do. When you start to let action or lack of action hold you back, then you start, or bother your mind or distract you, then it starts to hold you back on the things that you're supposed to be doing. Why would you do that? Because we're all in a place where sometimes those things bother us. And the truth of the matter is that, yes, let me go back to your actions speak louder than words. If you let what somebody else does to you keep you from moving, you are not a game changer. You are not a change agent. You are somebody still bothered by rejection, still bothered by pain that others bring to you, still bothered by how people receive you, or how people, you're bothered by people. It's just as simple. And ladies and gentlemen, and I'm really talking to the ladies, we can't continue to do that. If you are in my age if you are in my age bracket, thank you, sorry, excuse me. Yes, I'll be 50 years old this year. So if you're anywhere near, if you're in my generation, not knowing what tomorrow may bring, then you need to stop playing games with your life. Hey viewers, thank you all so much for joining. Stop playing games with your life. Stop playing games with again, what's in your hands to do just because of what people are doing. Let me tell y'all something. Can we just be real? I don't know. I don't want to be oh so great and oh so perfect and oh so professional. Can we just be real? Is this a Queen Dana moment? That can I be transparent? Screw them people and be done and move on. Because as we have always said in ministry, tomorrow is not promised. God has given us today. We got to worry about today. We got to do the things of today. And if what somebody has not given you this morning, last night, you know what, or even throughout the day is holding you back, that's your fault. Because you're worried about people. Honey, I got some friends out here that's changing the game in their businesses because they want that money. They want that bag, right? So what are they doing? They're getting out there and they're hitting it. They're hitting their goals. And you know what? In the back of their minds, they might be concerned about a little bit here and there. But guess what? That's not stopping them from putting action behind what they said they were going to do. I said something 2 days ago. I'm taking Tamiko Pyramid. She's following me. She's the person I follow here on Haps, and she's my travel bestie. But I said 2 days ago, I'm gonna take a page out of her book, and I'm gonna set some challenges for myself. I set a challenge for myself, and guess what? I'm working that out. I'm working that out. Can people see me working that out? I hope they can, because I'm doing it. I've had to recreate a whole new Instagram page because Instagram said, "Hey, you violated some community guidelines," and I'm like, "Y'all a lie, but guess what? You're not gonna prevent me from being great. Let me go and do what I need to do. Let me go do what I know to do. I put some action behind what I said I was going to do. Your words have power. They do. But your actions have so much more power because you're not talking about anything. You're doing something. You're not in a place of, I'm waiting on someone in order to do what you need to do. Listen, I need clients every day. But how do I get clients? I start showing up for my business. I minister every day. How do I minister? When the Lord lays on my heart for me to say something, I'm saying something. I don't have to be behind a pulpit to say anything. I don't have to be toting my Bible like a little purse either to know that I have the scriptures on the inside of me. And I know when the Lord gives me a word to release to somebody, whether it's encouraging, whether it's empowering, whether it's correction or even rebuke. Oh yeah, it's already right there. I'm ready. I'm ready. And people know with that I'm ready because I say, okay, you know what, let me pull this out. Let me say this, because God will have us use our words, but it's all in the response. Some people are so afraid of ministering to folks on the corner, ministering to folks on their jobs, ministering to, but when God lays it on you, you can't say, oh, I can't say anything because I was at work. Honey, everybody was at work. Peter had to leave his job. Matthew had to leave their jobs. Hey, Cynthia, thanks so much for joining. If you all are finding anything in here that resonates with you, please share this with your audience. They might need it. I know I needed that correction this morning about my actions and reactions and lack thereof, and the understanding that I have as a business person and what I need from Dana, and not to be so concerned about what I'm not getting from people. Sometimes we have to take into consideration all the things that we have asked God for. We have to take into consideration that what we've asked him for, we also know that we have to move. We have to put that action behind it, right? We have to say, okay, wait, I understand what I've asked God for. I can't keep saying I'm going to do this. I can't keep saying I'm going to do that. I just got to do it. I got to do this. I got to do that. When I'm doing this 40 days of prayer, which will go all the way through to probably the 15th of July for the Game Changer event. If you have not registered for the Game Changer event, please do so. You'll find it on my business page on Facebook, Bad Queens of the Round Table, under events. I will attempt, because I'm learning how to do this, drop the link in the comments here. Nonetheless, when I decided, or no, when God said to do the 40 days and 40 nights of prayer, I was just like, okay, I'm going to do this alone. He said, no, invite people, just tell people, see who taps in. But then you continuously do it. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm praying, right? when I decided to do that and I shared with others, I had to make sure that I was praying at 6 o'clock in the morning and then at 6 p.m. in the evening. Now, mind you, that means that I'm up at like 5:15 to get my own personal prayers in, and then I start the business prayers for the game changer. And mind you, those prayers might be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, but at the end of the day, I had to put some action behind what I said I was going to do. And so when I know that I'm putting this action behind, I know I'm doing what God said to do, and I know that I am moving in the direction that God said to do. Whether this event is going to be spectacular or it's just going to be me and the two speakers, what it's going to do is I'm praying for everybody because I'm praying for other businesses as well. But I'm putting some action behind it. And I'm not concerned about what people may think. I'm not concerned about, whether the people show up or not. I'm concerned about being obedient to the call. Everyone has a call on their lives. And when God says to do something, he's not asking you to say it. He's asking you to do it. Y'all, I need y'all to remember Moses because, he made a slight bit of a mistake. God told him to do something and he did it in his own way, and that cost him. That last time, God was like, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. That cost him. But he was also concerned about people. He was so concerned about people and what they were saying and, what they needed to say and what they needed to do that he put himself in the place of, okay, now I kind of see that okay, yeah, no. Understand exactly, what, how many times we got to say faith without works is dead? What is work? Action, movement. Faith without works is dead. It sure is. But you better get that action in there. Because if you know God, like I know God, guess what? He's asking you to move. He's asking you to put some action in. He's asking you to say, you know what? I hear you, Lord. Let me do this. That's what he's saying. Hey, viewers, thank you all so much for joining. Listen, again, if you find something that resonates with you, please share this with others. I'm almost done here. I said I wasn't going to be before y'all long. One of the things, and forgive me, I'm parked right in the sun, but hey, the SON is shining on me as well. I want you to realize, especially on this Wednesday Wisdom, I want you to take this to heart. Everything about us is about movement. The children had to come out of Egypt, but they had to move out of Egypt. God wasn't going to snap his fingers and they were from Egypt over to the promised land. He could have done it. Don't get me wrong. He could have done it. But you had to go through a process. They had to go through a process. Now, because of their bickering, complaining, and, whining and moaning, their process took a little longer than it was supposed to, but they still had to go through the process. So it's the same thing with you. When God gives you something to do, that whole process, come on, y'all, that whole process is, I said yes. I got to get to, you said yes. Got to get to here. So the whole process, whatever that is, and it might be bumpy, it might be wavy, but it is a movement. It is where you have to go. It is what you have to do. It is you knowing that regardless of how I feel right now, regardless of where I'm going right now, regardless of what I'm doing right now, this minute, I said yes to this, which means I have to put myself in position to go towards through the process towards the promised land. So your actions speak louder than your words. Your inaction speaks louder than your words. Know that that when you are told to do something, not just called. Can we change the words a little bit to told to do something? And you say yes, you have to move. The other side of that is when you feel intimidated, ridiculed, or rejected by people, don't stop moving. Their actions and reactions don't stop moving. Don't stop. So listen, I want you to take that word. I want you to take that wisdom today, and I want you to apply it to your day. And as you apply it today, apply it tomorrow, if the Lord wills. If the Lord gives you tomorrow. If the Lord gives me tomorrow. Take this and move with it. Take it and apply it. Take it and put it where it needs to be. Take it. If you found anything in this live today that resonates with you, please share this with others, because someone needs to know that they need to put some action behind what they said. And again, I'm going to drop it in the comments sometime today. I'm going to figure out how to do that, but I'm going to drop the registration for the Game Changer event in the comments. I hope you all join me. God bless.